Welcome back. This is Shade Hoolix, and we're playing Out of the Park Baseball 26. We just finished up with the draft combine, and we went through all that. I ran a new scouting report on the draft combine, and some things have definitely shaken up in the rankings for the draft combine. Top two still stayed the same: Khalil Johnson, Tetsuya Kimura. But then after that, I believe it was Anthony Richardson that was third. He is now I'm not even sure where he's at anymore. Let's bring it over here and look. Not Anthony Richardson, sorry. Was it George Richardson? I don't remember which Richardson was. But there's no longer a Richardson third. So we are going to be working through the rest of the first half all the way up and do the draft in this episode. So hopefully we can continue our hot start. You know, last year we had a very hot start and then had that second half swoon. So hopefully this year we can avoid that. So anyways, I will pause the video now and I will catch y'all at the the draft, unless something else exciting happens. All right, just got a email from our closer, Jose Alvarado. His contract is up at the end of the season, and he is looking to start discussions on getting that signed before he becomes a free agent. So if we look back at how he's done since he became a St. Louis Cardinal, we picked him up free agent signing in the 2026, before the 2026 season, and he has been nothing but lights out. Last year, he had a 1.19 ERA, was the reliever of the year with 43 saves. And so far this year, he's got a 1.76 ERA. Not as good as last year, but still well above average. Has 11 saves. And so we went in and offered him a 3-year deal. He was wanting to continue his salary at $12.8 million. I'm not the greatest at figuring out. I should have looked at that. Okay. I'm not the greatest at figuring out, how cheap can I be? How much can I? How low can I go on my offer or whatever else? And the thing is, I have a spreadsheet that actually tells me that, and I didn't look at it. Let me pull it up and see what it says. MLB. This is from last year. Actually, it said that the contract shouldn't be that high. But I do know that contracts, at least I've read, that relief pitcher contracts are a little out of control in this year's version of the game. My depth chart says his value high, his contract value high is $8.4 million. And I sent him an offer of 3-year offer, 12 million average, starting at 13 and going down to 11 over the 3 years. But I mean, 40 plus saves in back-to-back years if he, continues on what he's doing. With a 3.1 ERA WAR this year, I mean, I'd be okay with that. So, all right, we're going to jump back into skipping games up till the draft. And so I will catch y'all when we come back. All right, we got another PM, this time from Sonny Gray, wanting to remain a Cardinal. Sonny is currently 37 years old, making $30 million. He wants a 4-year extension. I just don't know. He wasn't terrible last year. I mean, wasn't terrible at all. He was 10% above average ERA plus. 34 starts, 11-2 though. This year he's off to a good start with a 2.88 ERA, but he's 37. So I think I'm gonna hold off on offering him a contract just yet. I'm definitely not gonna do a 4-year contract because he has gone from. Let's look at his scouting real quick. Profile scouting. So, just he's already dropped down to 55. He's just going to keep getting worse. So, we're going to wait on offering him a contract. All right, we are to the first-year player draft, and so here is who OSA thinks is going to be the top players available. Rich Stan, Corey Murphy, Kareem Bridges, Tetsuya Kimura, George Richardson, Fernando White, Michael LeBeau, James Newton, Adam Jones, Paul Rizzo. First 5 picks are Pittsburgh, Miami, Washington, and the Athletics. So let's go to first-year player draft, and let's go to go ahead and start the draft. We'll go through the first 5 drafts, and then from there on we'll do just the Cardinals. In the first round, the Cardinals have the 16th and the 19th pick overall. All right. With the first draft, in the 2022 first-year MLB player draft, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Mike LeBeau. Pick number 1, center fielder. With the second pick in the draft, the Miami Marlins select George Killer Tomato Richardson. And for just your information, Michael LeBeau was a number 3 ranked player, number 5th, and George Richardson was a number 5th ranked player, according to my spreadsheet. The Philadelphia Phillies, wow, they're getting a pick 3rd. The Philadelphia Phillies select Tetsuya Kimura, who is the number 2 ranked player. And then the Washington Nationals, Kimura was a high power, already decent, from West Virginia University, a decent overall rating already. The Washington Nationals select Kareem Speedboy Bridges, Is he really fast? He is not fast. Why is your nickname Speed Boy when you're not fast? Maybe he drives fast. So Kareem Bridges was the number 9 ranked player overall. And then the Oakland Athletics select Rich Devo Stan out of, I don't know where he's out of. So that is the first 5 picks in the draft. Let's just go top 10 real quick. We're going through this pretty quick. Chicago White Sox select center fielder, number 1 rated player, Khalil Johnson. Khalil was he's going to strike out quite a bit, but got a possibility for plus power, plus extra base hits, plus I, plus BABIP. So then the Angels, number 7 pick, select pitcher Jonathan Ray Richardson. Next pick in the draft is Arizona Diamondbacks. They select catcher Abel Jamison. I'm not sure if I know who that is. Okay, he was ranked 25th overall. And then Colorado Rockies with the 9th pick in the draft select Adam Jones. And then for the last pick that we'll go over on screen is the Tampa Bay Rays, pick number 10. And they select Fernando White. So just to kind of check my spreadsheet about how it does at ranking players and where they should be drafted at. In my top 10, all but 3 were drafted. Lorenzo Reynoso, who is a closer, and so you would think that, being a relief pitcher, probably not going to get drafted as high. Corey Murphy, who I believe was one of the top 10 OSA draft available players, and Adrian Diamond, who is also a relief pitcher. So I might have to kind of tweak my stuff a little bit because relief pitchers shouldn't be that high. But trying to see if I look over here and see if I see Adrian Diamond. There's Corey Murphy. There he is. I mean, like lockdown stuff, right? But this kid could probably be in. He's gonna start in high A if I drafted him at least, if not double A. I mean, that's. Let's go. Relative to, I don't know which league we're in. Let's say we're in the Midwest. No, he wouldn't be in high A. Okay. All right, so now we'll just fast forward until we get to the Cardinals pick, and then we'll come back and see what we got. Okay, here at the 16th pick, and Lorenzo Reynoso and Adrian Diamond are both still available. And then the actual next one that I have available is Luis Pineda. He is also a relief pitcher, though. So the first one that we have on the list that is not a reliever is Enrique Figueroa. This guy right here. He's a third baseman. High loyalty, low adaptability. Great arm, which tracks for a third baseman. Not very fast. Looks to be an above average, could be an above average power guy, above average eye. So he's our first look. Then Matt Evans. So Figueroa is a 21-year-old. And then Matt Evans is a third base. No, he's not. He's a left fielder. He's a high school kid. So let's look at that real quick. See if we can find him. See if we can find Matt Evans. Here he is. Decent outfield range, not a good outfield arm, so he couldn't play right field. Could play left field. Above average power, higher speed than Figueroa. And then Brian McNeil would be the next one. That is no longer done by Brian McNeil. He's more of a contact guy. Not as good range. Better air, a little bit better arm. He's got high loyalty and work ethic. I think we're gonna go with Enrique. We'll go back to draft home. His demand is 5.5. So we'll meet the demand. And first round pick, Enrique Figueroa. All right. Now let's fast forward to our next pick, which is actually just 3 picks away. So let's go here. Let's run this report real quick. And let's go over here. So delete. And go back here. Okay. We actually have the same choices, pretty much, obviously. There's one more player I want to look at, Jonathan Nicely. He's a center fielder. Ooh. He's a high schooler out of Quincy, Illinois. Committed to the University of Notre Dame. I think I want to draft him. What is his demand? Oh, 10 million. I saved some money on the last guy. think I'm going to not go with him. Was it Evans or was it McNeil that had more power? Defensively, he's not great. You know what? Let's go with Jonathan Nicely. And let's meet his demand. All right, we're going to go through the rest of that one. Back to us. Now we're 18th pick in the second round. Let's go here. Doggone it. That's not what I meant to do. All right. Second round. Matt Evans is still available. Jesus Garza. Was there? Let's look at him, see if we can find him real quick. Jesus Garza, he's a, what is he overall? 60? Nope, he's a 55. Let's look at him. Decent gap power, good range, good arm. He's not going to be a leader, but he's got good adaptability, good work ethic. Yeah, let's go with Garza. Signability for St. Louis. Impossible. Never mind. What about Eric Amster? Or Alfredo Lopez. Let's go Alfredo Lopez. Let's look at him. Let's meet the demand. And then go over here and say yes. Auto draft till our next at bat. Yep. Report this, Control A, Control C. And those two waited around too long. Reynoso and Diamond were both taken off the board finally. Matt Evans is still up there. We're going to meet his demand. And we took Matt Evans. Okay. And then draft pool. report, right to disk, Control A, Control C, available, delete, Control Shift B, draft board. Okay. Where is Mike Garcia in my rankings? 129th. Okay, Corey Owens is the next one on my draft board. Most demands 5.5. Not going to draft him. Okay. Terrence Keel. Man, he's way down here. For some reason, my spreadsheet loves him. Not loves, but I mean, compared to OSA, he's not even on the board. What position does he play? Hold up. Center field. So, position. Center field. Terrence Keel. There he is. Oh. He's going to be here later. So I am not drafting him right now. Oh, and his bonus spins. Oh, that's. I'm like, what? Let's go back. If I moved him down there. But he's going to be here later, so I'm not going to draft him right now. So what about Boylston? Oh, let's look at Brian Thomas real quick. Catchers. Brian Thomas. Not great. Yeah, let's go with Brian Thomas. And meet his demand. Auto pick. My turn again. We'll go sortable list. Report. Right report to disk. Nope, don't want just catchers. I want all players. Right report to disk. Control A, Control C. And then go here and go draft board. Delete that. Paste that. And go back to the draft board. What round are we in? Fifth round. Okay, so we'll finish up this round, and then I will do everything else off screen. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go look at Kyle Boylston. Let's draft Kyle Boylston. So here, meet demand, and then all right. So that's the first 3 rounds, and I'll do the rest of it off screen, and then come back and we will look at how things went. And that is the end of the 2027 first-year player draft. Here's who we ended up with. We drafted. I actually drafted. That's not what I wanted that to be. I want that to be not draft round pick, draft round. There we go. There we go. I actually drafted all the way through the 10th round. I thought I drafted in the 11th, but I guess I didn't. Anyways, and this is who we ended up with. Our first round picks were Enrique Figueroa and Jonathan Nicely. And then Alfredo Lopez, Matt Evans, Brian Thomas. We did that in the recording. Then we took Kyle Boylston, Terrence Keel in the 6th round, Christian De Los Santos in the 7th, Wesley Roberson, center fielder Andy Howery, and Fabio Peralta was the last person that I chose, and then I turned it over and let the computer pick the rest of them because we were down to just basically 45s and 40s, and I've got to get ready to go to work. But in the last round, we took a kid. You know, he's not going to be much probably, but we'll see. Rob Nerseason. Doesn't have great stats, but you know, we'll see. And so, real quick, let's do our. Now, you know, we'll do that whenever we get back on. We will finish off this episode right here with the end of the draft, and we will. When we come back, we will review how June went for the Cardinals, and we'll go up through the All-Star break and into the trade deadline. All right, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Appreciate y'all for watching.